Well, hello there, and welcome to the Show.global episode. What is it? Is it episode 17, isn't it?
17, I do believe.
Exciting.
I can't believe we've actually committed to 17 episodes.
I'm amazed. I've never committed to 17 of anything.
This is
before.
true.
Even years of my life I barely committed to. But it's a momentous occasion because we've actually put a camera in the corner of the studio.
Oh, I forgot my sunglasses to look super cool.
No, you didn't. You got your hat.
I've got my hat, but that's only because I'm...
Because you're probably burnt, aren't you?
I'm pretty burnt. I'm very tan, and I'm very grey on top.
Yeah, you've been away, your tan makes you grey, just really sort of glow up and really sort of...
It's my silver fox look.
Oh, I love a silver fox.
I'm sure
Dion, you're turning me on already.
I know. Stop it, David. It's early morning.
It's 8 in the morning, and I'm already slightly aroused. Oh, exciting! And sadly, actually, the camera is up in the corner of the studio.
Gladly, the camera. Well, I hope it can't see.
Well, I had to put clothes on today. Usually, I do the show.
Yeah, usually
I do the show.
We've taken our radio faces, our faces for radio, and put them on video.
I'm sorry about that.
Especially early morning. That's
very sorry. I'm very sorry.
To wake up with.
So, Dion, how's your week been?
My week has been awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
I was in the Maldives for the whole week, and it was actually work.
Yeah. You're talking absolute shit, Dion. You really do.
I know. I have a pretty lucky life. So on a boat in the middle of the Maldives.
Yeah.
For an annual general meeting of sorts.
Yeah.
Deals got done. Waves got ridden.
Yeah.
Copious amounts of food got eaten.
It's not work. It really isn't work.
It was lunching and meetings all at the same time.
I love a good lunch. I love a good
all
meeting.
On a amazing boat in the middle of paradise.
Nice. Well, Dion, my week, I went on an all-inclusive to quite a nasty hotel. I won't name it. It was like an all-inclusive...
Is this another Emirate outside of Dubai?
It was, yes.
I've heard it's quite nasty.
It was nasty. I turned up there at 4 in the afternoon. Everyone was smashed beyond belief. I mean, it was, you know, one of those games where you see like, it's always like, you had a guy with a microphone. He was German, of course, because Germans always have a mic, don't they, at hotels? Like, yes, come on, it's time for the Nobody Needs contest. Yeah. I'm not sure Germans have ever done that in their life, ever. But we basically... they were kind of like doing all these games in the pool and every drinking game. It was just basic. It was messy. It was nasty. Trashed the hotel room. I'm amazed they didn't charge me anything. It was a bit weird going to a nightclub as well. It's all inclusive. Where you go in, you go, bottle of vodka.
Crazy.
You go, bottle of vodka, please. And they're like, yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I was like, that is amazing. That is amazing. They charge you like a 200 dirham
So you got to admit that's really good value.
It was good value. Yeah, it was like 850 dirhams or something.
All up
for 24 hours of boozing.
That's pretty good.
Bargain, mate. Bargain.
Pretty good.
Bargain. So, Dion, what's your first story?
So, my first story is actually a little bit political.
Oh, God. Now we've got the camera in.
Now we've got the camera in. I'm making a point.
You're going to suddenly turn into like announce my presidential candidate speech for or whatever.
Well, I'll be running for president sometime in the near future.
Yeah. Well.
But as we all know, Donald Trump, the Mr. Muppet, as I'm calling him, is running for a Republican Party presidential election.
You bastard.
I've
got this story as well. I guarantee I know exactly what the story is.
So someone in America has decided that this momentous occasion deserves a monument of sorts.
Oh, no, this is not my story.
Someone has gone and created the Donald Trump butt plug.
No.
Yeah.
If there's a place that Donald Trump deserves to be, it's up someone's
He has created a butt plug that looks like Donald. He's like, I wanted to do something insulting. I like the mental picture of his face going into people's asses.
I think a lot of people would do, actually.
I think given his comments when he came out and opened, definitely vilify a butt plug creation.
Perfect person to be a butt plug. Who else would you have as a butt plug?
Well, this guy's actually made butt plugs of a few other people. Mark Rubio, don't quite understand. These are all Republican candidates. Obviously, this guy's a staunch Democrat.
Yeah, I
Ted Cruz and Rand Paul.
Well, it was the Democrats that legalized anal sex in America, wasn't it?
I guess so. So this guy's...
I'm making that up.
We don't know. But this guy's obviously a capitalist and taking advantage of that.
Excellent. I like that idea. As I say, if there's a place that Donald Trump deserves to be, it's in someone's shit pipe.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes, definitely is.
Agreed.
Well, I was going to do a story on... I've got two stories, but that actually link quite nicely into that.
Okay.
One on sex toys and one on Donald Trump. I don't know which direction to go now. You've confused me.
You know what? It's early morning.
Yeah.
Let's go just with the Trump.
Let's go with the Trump.
And we'll finish with the sex toy.
Where's the Trump? Hang on, I need to find the Trump now. Where did I put him? I don't know.
That's pretty much what Donald Trump says about his hairpiece.
Exactly. Well, actually, it was more to do with the... here we go. The Trump campaign mistakenly tweets the star-spangled Nazis.
Yes, I did see this. I did have a quick flick through this.
He's just brilliant. I love him.
Yeah.
I hope he becomes Republican president.
I really hope he doesn't.
I do. I really want him to be.
Well, the comedians out there will just have ammunition for years.
I think everyone would have ammunition. It'd be brilliant. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump inadvertently tweeted a promotional photo featuring what appeared to be Nazi German soldiers. He actually did. I've got it. Basically, he tweeted a picture of the White House and a $100 bill and the slogan, "We need real leadership. We need results. Let's put the US back in business." And in the background, like in the watermark, had a picture of soldiers walking through a field. And it turns out those were SS officers from Nazi. They were actors wearing the SS uniform and everything.
Wow, I'm sure someone in his campaign's getting fired after that.
But it's always an intern. Oh, sorry, an intern. It's always an intern.
It's Donald. Donald's his own intern.
If in doubt, blame the intern.
Yeah. But isn't his show The Apprentice?
Well, yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so why would he say it's an apprentice, then not the intern?
Yeah, good. He could have done a bit of plugging there.
Yeah, can you?
He missed the trick.
Butt plugging.
Butt plugging.
Sting,
Genius. But to be fair, though, Adolf Hitler was a great leader, so maybe that's what he probably would get the US back on track. Actually, really, wouldn't he?
I think before World War II started, Germany's
strength, he had charisma.
Was, yeah.
Well, it was. Yeah, he had strength, charisma. Just his application.
Funny enough, random fact.
What's that?
2 days before the Greek referendum was I think it was the 63rd anniversary of Greece forgiving Germany's debt.
Really?
After World War II.
Oh, the irony. How times have changed. How times have changed. But anyway, yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not an Adolf Hitler fan. He was a charismatic, strong leader, but he was a bit of a cock, I think.
Yeah.
I think
just a little bit.
He was
I actually imagine he had a really little one too.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, he used to be a speed addict, apparently. So
really?
He didn't sleep. Yeah, he used to take a lot of amphetamines and everything to stop his. He had Parkinson's, I think, by the end of his life, and he used to shake, keep his arms down, and he used to take a lot of amphetamines.
I never knew that story.
Stop that. Apparently. I mean, obviously, his.
We're not going to say anything. Part of this show is fact.
Yeah, his medical. Yeah, none of it's fact, really.
None of it's fact.
We just make up absolute shit,
which we usually do.
Yeah, exactly. Dion, what's your next story?
Okay, so you remember last week I came up with a story about...
Next time last week I came, I was like, I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't there, mate.
No. Let me finish my sentence.
Sorry.
I had the story about the bubble wrap that wouldn't pop.
Oh, bastard.
Terrible invention. Terrible. So I'm a bit of a Kickstarter addict or follower.
Really?
So I bought this drone. I invested money in this drone because it was a drone that would follow you while I was
Make your money back?
And doing everything. It ended up arriving probably about a year later than it should have. It wasn't in any packaging and it was half complete.
Yeah.
And then I started to learn how to use it and I started watching YouTube videos. And the first YouTube video that I saw was, "Do not use this drone, it will try and kill you." And it's just footage of these drones flying straight at people's heads.
I like that.
On the follow function. But anyway, so that hasn't dismissed me from following Kickstarter at all, but I found an ingenious invention.
Yeah.
Now, I don't sleep very much, but when I do, I like to get a good sleep. So someone has invented a hammock that is actually a hot tub at the same time.
I saw this.
Right?
Yes.
How ingenious is this? I love a good hammock. I love sitting on the beach in a hammock, just relaxing, getting those crisscross marks all over my body.
Yeah, and you're getting your golden...
getting my golden locks bronzed up. So yeah, it comes with a portable hot water heater.
So you basically lay in the water, don't you? And it pumps it in. And
it's a hammock. Yeah. And it's a plastic hammock. And they fill it full of water, and it recycles the water, and it creates a hot tub effect while you're sitting in a
See, they've missed a trick there, because, when you're in a hammock and you're in the water, you want to pee, don't you? You kind of like, I need a pee. You don't want it recycling.
No,
you want it
unless they've got a filtration system on it.
Yeah, you want the kind of like the to get rid of.
I thought that was a genius idea, personally.
That is a very good idea. Yeah. That is a very good idea. Well, I'll go back to my original first story. In Portland. Is it Portland? Yeah, in Portland.
Portland, Oregon.
In Portland, Oregon. Is it Portland, Oregon?
Yes, it is.
I don't know my American states that well. When you have the trainers that are hanging from power lines when a gang member dies?
Yes.
Well, there's been a spate of hundreds of sex toys spotted hanging from power lines, sparking confusion and blushes. The white and orange dildos have been spotted strung together in pairs, provoking many a photo opportunity. Indeed, it is.
I think this is a marketing
for what? Exactly. If you're driving past, you're feeling horny, pick one up, have a wank. I don't think so.
You know what? This is actually going to go really well into my next story.
Oh, beautiful. We're linking in nicely today.
So
the white and bright orange dildos have appeared in recent days across Portland, Oregon, sparking lots of blushes and lots of photos. The phallic rubber toys have been strung together in pairs. Portland Office of Neighbourhood Involvement spokesman Lisa Leddy, good alliteration there, said the department had received numerous reports of the X-rated site. I hope it doesn't rain, though, because if they're used, it's going to going to slime on people, isn't it?
Hopefully the people putting them have sanitized them before they've gone up. But I doubt it, really.
Portland, I doubt it very much.
Yeah, I can't see them being that conscientious.
No, I can't either.
Yeah.
So a spokesman for Public Utility Portland General Electric said he did not believe the products pose a fire risk, but maybe they were used to make sparks fly later in the bedroom. He didn't really say that. I made that up.
Well, because we're funnier than that.
But I want to get right. So when you hang the trainers up, it means like a gang member's died, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Well, it does.
I actually really don't know.
No, it does. When they put like the pair of trainers, there's someone who's shot in gang battle.
I thought they were just bullies stealing people's shoes and putting them up there.
No, it's actually when someone dies. It's to show that it's the mark of respect or some bollocks.
Right.
Anyway, what would that be though for dildos? Someone died in the act of wanking or something. It was an extreme wanking scenario.
Yeah, maybe there's a gang out there that we don't know about.
Oh, got it. Someone got fucked. That's probably it. So, Dion, what's your next story?
My next story fits quite well in that because it's a Russian story.
Yeah.
And the Russian government has released some information. It's called the Safe Selfie Campaign.
Yeah.
And so it's a brochure on how to take a selfie safely.
Yeah.
This is going to get really tongue-twisted, this story.
Yeah.
So they've got a whole campaign. They've got a pamphlet which is going out to all government organizations and all school organizations. Basically, some of the pictures on the selfie, what not to do is do not pose while firing a firearm.
Yeah, well, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
And climbing an electrical pylon, which feeds nicely into your story, to take a selfie with a sex toy.
Yeah, you don't.
Can't do that anymore.
Why would you go into a tree with a sex toy? Unless it's a Donald Trump butt plug. That's the only time I think I'd want to take a selfie.
No standing in front of an oncoming train or car. Don't take a selfie while doing that.
Yeah, never do that.
Or hanging from a rooftop or getting too close to wildlife.
Too close to wildlife.
So this goes back to my main crux of my first presidential campaign when I start running for president, is that all warning labels are going to be taken off everything.
Yeah.
So then the stupid will just kill themselves.
But what about people with nut allergies? They might buy a packet of nuts thinking it doesn't.
Well, then it'll say contain nuts. That's not a warning as such. The warning is on an iron saying do not iron clothes while wearing them.
Well, that is very dangerous.
You know, that's very dangerous. But the reason why they had to put that on.
I've got to be honest. I've done that once. You know when you put a shirt on.
I'm glad there's video here today so they can see me rolling my eyes.
I actually did this once. You know when you put a shirt on and it's a little bit creased. So you sort of think,
but with your amount of chest hair, it's got like an insulation layer that you won't actually feel it.
So I was just sort of thinking, do I really need to take this shirt off again? So I'm sort of just like getting it a little bit. I could do this. I did burn myself actually, and I realised that you actually can't iron with your clothes on. It's very difficult.
So you would not make it past probably day 5 of my presidency.
Yeah. Oh well, silly me. We've got a lot of sex toy stories this morning.
Oy.
Because my next one.
People are trying to find different ways to have fun.
Well, this actually again. What is going on? We're linking beautifully into each other. Warning signs, right? Should be for this woman. A female motorist ploughs into the back of a van while using her rampant rabbit. Right? So footage of the crash. I mean, they filmed it. I don't know what she was doing. Whether she was, look at me.
She was taking a selfie. That should be on the selfie list. Do not use sex toys while using a selfie.
Yeah, not selfie sex toy. Footage of the crash revealed the driver described as in her 30s. Women in their 30s are always pretty horny, aren't they? Husbands probably don't like them anymore. They're getting a bit fat, sort of. They just start wanking. Was stuck in traffic when her Mini suddenly lurched forward and hit a van. But guess what type of van it was?
It was a veterinary van.
It was a fishmonger's van.
Oh, the irony.
Yeah, you wouldn't know where she ended as the fish started in the crash. Oh, what's that smell? Jesus. I've had chlamydia.
Oh, dear.
It's horrible. So, an M&J seafood van crash. That was it. That was it, really. The bosses told the driver it wasn't his fault. I can't see how it would be his fault, really, was it? He was like, what the fuck? She was just wanking and drove into the back of me. Dion, what's your next story?
So my next story, it's kind of been one of my fears. Whenever I take one of my cars in for servicing, that the mechanics go and have a bit of a free ride in it, free drive in it.
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off and all that. Dropping it off at the valet.
Well, you know, a Honda Civic's a lovely car.
Yeah, it's a lovely car. So this has actually happened to a guy in America. Mm. He's a manager of Taco Bell, and he was working the drive-through line when he notices a very familiar car pulling up to the drive-through.
What is it?
And it was his car, which he had dropped off at the garage that morning. And 2 of the mechanics from the garage were using it for a food run.
Well, that's That's okay, isn't it?
No, it's not.
What do you mean, no? They've got to
A man's car is his prized possession, David.
Yeah, they're just testing, putting brakes in or something to make sure they work.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they said. Nope, they were using it for a food run.
Well, I'd give them that.
I'm not going to give it to them.
Yeah, it'd be more worrying if someone had actually stolen the vehicle and actually you'd be sitting there and it drove past you and you'd be like, hello, I think that's my vehicle you're sitting in there. I'd like to do that, actually, sort of like. I'd love to catch a thief red-handed. It's always been one of my things to actually. I'd like to actually just catch a thief red-handed, you know, like in a really obvious way. Like there was one guy in London who he had his bike stolen, and he was going through the paper, and he went to buy back his bike, and took the guy, took all the police to hide around the corner and all that. And I just love to do that. It'd be like a nice sort of
like get back,
good fist pump. Yeah. From a couple of numbnuts to some nuts now. Turkey testicles, to be more precise.
Never seen one, never felt one.
Never felt one.
Never felt one.
Do you want it?
No, not really.
Do you want to feel my testicles?
No, I don't want to do that
they're
either.
Pretty similar if you want to have a little.
I'm sure they are. You're a bit of a
play.
turkey.
Like stress balls, like little stress balls. That's why men scratch their nuts, actually.
Oh, really?
They are like stress balls, aren't they? Just a little squeeze. Anyway, in East Dundee in Chicago, the owner of a suburban Chicago pub that has held an annual turkey testicle festival for 32 years isn't testy at all about the nearby community plans to host its own celebration of the unusual dish this November. Now, I've never ever thought, do you know what, I fancy some turkey nuts. I really do. Communities, when... I mean, it's a community thing, right? Now, what I don't get...
It's like a fair.
Yeah, but when has sticking bollocks into a child's mouth ever been a community event? I can't kind of... I was just thinking, apart from one of your weddings or something, where Uncle Gary gets a bit drunk and sort of always gets his nuts out of the helicopter, tries to dunk them in the bridesmaids' mouths and stuff. And that sort of
teabagging.
Shit. Yeah, exactly. So the Huntley Festival often attracts over 4,000 people to snack on deep-fried turkey nuts. I don't think I'm
going to bring myself to eat turkey testicles.
I don't do.
Why would they call them turkey nuts? Turkey testicles much better.
I just nuts.
All right. Turkey testicles could.
Turkey testicles
much better for marketing.
Good alliteration. The turkeys are often preferred doused in ranch dressing or Tabasco sauce. Now, anything that's doused in Tabasco sauce is not going to taste nice. I could already tell they taste like shit.
It's going to taste like Tabasco sauce is what it's going to taste like.
Exactly. And you put Tabasco sauce on stuff because that's a bit shit, that's a bit mean. I mean, curry was invented because it hides as guys of rotting meat and stuff like that because they get the spices out. Anything that tastes like shit, you put spices on. A bit like Mexican food. It's a bit like...
Right, Donald Trump.
Yeah, a bit like... I shouldn't really offend Mexicans because otherwise I am going to
have... had a bad week.
Yeah, he's had a bad week. But yeah, it's basically anything like Mexican food. It's basically grilled, fried, sick with sort of spice and Tabasco on it and everything. Although I didn't mean that because...
I like Mexican food and I love my curries.
Yeah, that says a lot, Dion. That says a lot. But be careful not to offend Mexicans because obviously Donald Trump did offend them this week saying they're all rapists, didn't he, as well?
He did. What a douchebag.
He said Mexican immigrants are rapists or something like that. They
come over and thieves, that's all they are.
Thieves. Yeah, I was like, oh, God, Donald. But apparently the FBI found out where the tweet was coming from. You know that Mexican gangster that threatened his death?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't believe me.
No, but I didn't believe that it was from the Mexican gangster who escaped.
It was from the Mexican gangster that escaped. They located... Well...
They haven't located him because they haven't found him.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, this story... Well, none of this... Honestly, that's true. The FBI located him. They just couldn't get to him in time.
They knew exactly where he was tweeting from.
He was tweeting from the lavatory, just in a Starbucks somewhere.
Yeah, but they couldn't find him in time.
Yeah, he was in Ohio. It was all fine.
Yeah. Your story actually fits quite nicely into my next story.
We are good today.
So good today.
Not that funny, but good on the linking.
It's a testicle story as well. So a bar in Scotland has changed its costume for its male bartenders who used to wear kilts, the national dress, because they would just get surrounded by groups of women wanting to see if they were a real Scotsman and what they were wearing underneath.
Do you know what I'd do? I'd actually put something really disgusting, like, chicken guts. Like literally,
just have them hanging
put
there.
a bag of chicken guts on your nuts. So when a girl goes on that, you go, "Oh Jesus, what the fuck's happened?"
But while this seems socially acceptable for girls to do that to guys, it's not acceptable for guys to do that to girls. So I find that a little bit sexist, to be honest.
If a girl ever touched my tits, right, I always go straight back and go, "Well, you did it to me. You want equality?
You want equality?
Love.
Yeah. You wanted
equality.
The right to vote?
Exactly. You want the suffrage movement? You're getting your tits felt. That's what you're getting.
So he's had to buy new uniforms for his male staff just because they were getting costed every night. And the guys were like, the first few times it was funny, but then you never knew. You're really quite vulnerable when your hands are full of glasses, and they were intending to grope for a little bit longer than was appreciated.
Extreme wanking. Holding 8 pints of lager while a woman plays with your dong. I've got one little mini story. I'll do 2 stories in a row. Like, a theatre-goer gets on stage just to charge his phone. I think that's a brilliant thing. Middle of the play, just stands up, just gets up.
He obviously knew where the electrical socket
He's
was.
sitting there thinking, like, phone's dead. Fuck, I really need to call somebody.
Because this play is so boring. He was probably at his kid's play.
He's probably just sitting there thinking, like, there's a plug there. If I can just sneak on, I can just fucking get up there. And he just literally walks up and it's like...
Maybe it was his kid's play and his phone battery was dying, so he couldn't take any pictures of his kid in the play.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't it?
No.
I usually look for the best side of the story.
I like your thinking.
Yeah, the positive side.
He just didn't give a shit. It was a shit play, probably. And my final story, Dion, this is the best time of the year. This is the best. There's nothing that beats this. As an Englishman, there are many a great invention, many a great thing that is built in a man's shed. A shed is his castle. And it has been. It's the Shed of the Year contest, 2015.
Nice.
The winner has been, this is a big thing in the UK. Shed of the Year.
Shed of the Year. This is like a Tim the Tool Man.
I had a shed. I had a shed.
Oh, we had a shed. Back when I was growing up, we had a shed.
I used to live in my shed. I used to build little Reading model planes and everything.
It was right down the end of the thing. So when Dad wanted something out of the shed, it was nighttime.
Oh,
man, I would make that. I was faster than Usain Bolt going there and back because there was
scary.
Scary.
Oh, yeah.
Lots
in
of trees.
as well.
Yeah.
The wildlife eats you in
Exactly.
Australia.
Everything's trying to kill you in Australia.
Exactly. Like, Jesus, what's that? That's a spider.
That
Fucking
stone is
hell.
trying to kill me.
Yeah. Just a massive stone that walks. You're like, Jesus! Sort of like with fangs and everything. But yeah, Shed of the Year. I mean, we have spiders, but they're sort of pissy little things that they try and bite you and they just sort of give up halfway and die. You don't even have to squat them. Oh, you died by trying to bite me.
Split them off.
Yeah. But anyway, Shed of the Year. The winner... it can fit 10 guests. It's got a gin distillery in it. He built his own gin distillery, a hen house, a miniature railway. It's beautiful. It really is. We'll get a picture up on the video. But it's just... I can't even find the guy's name. I did have it there, but I've lost it in the thing. Walter Mc... Oh, and his name as well. Walter Micklethwaite. Oh, no. Sorry. That's the owner of something else. That's this way. The entries include a distillery owned by Walter McMithlethwaite. Great name. I can't find the guy's name, but basically it's got a gin distillery. It looks like it's got a piano in it. It's got 3 or 4 rooms.
This is his man cave.
It is. It's a proper man cave. Obviously, women aren't allowed. But I want a shed now, Dion. I'm actually feeling like we should do this show from a shed. I think I might shed up.
We can have our studio in a shed.
I might shed up the studio, make it look like a shed. We get some wood flooring in, some nice wood.
Yeah,
Oh, beautiful.
nice.
I want a gin distillery in it as well.
Yeah.
We're going to go moonshining. But there's nothing really funny about that. I just think the sheds are a wonderful thing and they should be celebrated.
So there's a boy band in the UK. I've never heard of these guys.
Who are they?
They're called Rewind. Have you heard of them? Yeah. They've obviously been super successful at what they do. Because neither of us who have worked in the music industry have ever heard of these people. So they're a teenage boy band.
Of course.
From the UK.
They're from 60. They're a boy band.
Yeah.
And
unfortunately, one of them had to be taken off a flight.
Syphilis.
Had to be taken off a flight and to a hospital for dehydration and exhaustion.
Oh, always a way. You mean drug? You mean he's been taking too much coke?
Well, yeah. See, that's what we thought too at first. But then it turns out that he was wearing up to 20 layers of clothes, so he didn't have to pay the luggage fee on EasyJet.
Obviously, they're a successful boy band.
They're obviously rolling in the dough, making the cash.
I can see why we haven't heard of them. I can see
so
why.
instead of paying in the £45 that would have been the luggage fee, he has decided to wear all his clothes.
Oh, brilliant.
So this was 6 T-shirts.
We'll get a picture of that on the video.
4 jumpers, 3 pairs of jeans, 2 pairs of sweatbands, 2 jackets, and 2 hats. Yeah, so he was already sweating profusely and feeling lightheaded and was violently sick at 37,000 feet. So this gets my moron of the week approach.
I think that's brilliant. He's also my hero of the week as well.
Saving £45.
For the same reasons, but different results sort of thing. Hero, moron, but we love him. He makes the world a happier place, I think. You're right, Dion, that is a good story. But
Thank you.
Different stories, different goodness in them. Shed of the Year, some... shit boy band he threw up 37,000 because he was.
Wanted to save £45.
Well, Dion, that's the end of the show.
That's the end of the show.
It was the Show.global episode 17. The
very first on video.
Let's hello.
Wave.
Wave to the camera. It does feel like a sort of like a stalking sort of security camera video up there in the corner of the room. Except it's got a big bright light in it, so it's sort of but anyway. Probably just sort of making me glow in the morning and look beautiful.
Make my
We need
tan,
makeup. We
make
need
my
makeup,
tan,
mate.
make my Maldivian tan look good.
Yeah, you do. I look like a little pinky sort of
Yeah,
weird
you
thing,
do.
sort of. I look, sort of scary and dead next to you. But then you might do like a grey silver fox with you.
I am.
Grey beard as well. Do you?
Grey beard.
Aren't you? Anyway, before we drivel on and talk about shit any longer, we'll say goodbye. It is now on video, so if you are listening via iTunes or any of the audio ways, then do please check it out.
If you're
on
one of our
YouTube.
2 listeners, that
yeah,
is.
one of the 2 or 3 listeners that do actually listen each week, then do please go to YouTube or on Facebook on our show, TheShow.global. Just search for that. And check out the video and see what we actually look like at this early in the morning. Anyway, I've been David Newsom. He's been Dion Mavath. And we'll see you the same time, same place. Well, actually, probably not the same time, same place, because this is recorded in about a week's time.
Anyway, we'll see you in a week's time.
Yeah, see you in a week's time.
See ya. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.